Hi, John Shimmons here. I'm a little sick, so hopefully you can hear me. Today we're going to be focused on the squat. Squats, there's a lot of different points that we want to look at when teaching this lift. Let's first start from the ground up. So first take a look at your stance. Want your feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Toes pointed slightly out. Okay, that's going to be your stance, that's going to be your base. We want to have a solid foundation when doing this lift. When you perform the lift, you want to drive through your heels. Okay? If people are getting up on their toes, that can be bad for your knees, so make sure you drive through your heels. Next, we're going to talk about our knees. When we squat down with our knees, we want our knees to go out. If your knees go in, especially coming on the way up, that's bad. You don't want to have the knees go valgus. So make sure, key coaching point is, keep those knees driving out, especially as you're coming up. Next thing, focus on is your butt, okay? You want to sink that down and back when you do your squat, okay? Don't just bend your knees forward. You need to make sure you stick your butt back as you're descending. As for depth, for parallel, you want to get it to the point where the top of your hip is below your knee. Okay? This is a true parallel squat. Not here where you have hamstring is parallel, truly where your hip is at or below your knee level. That's the depth that you need for the squat. Second last thing we're going to focus on is having a tight back. Okay, that goes especially for your upper back. You want to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Your lower back needs to stay tight. It needs to be neutral or slightly arched. Don't have it too much because that's going to put undue stress on your back. Or do you want it rounded? Because that's not going to be very good for your back. Finally, eyes. Eyes can either be looking straight ahead or slightly at a downward angle. Maybe looking at a spot 12 to 15 feet in front of you. Those are the key points for the lift. One final thing, as you go, just before you descend, take a deep breath, drop down, and as you're coming up, forcefully blow out your air. Those are the key points for a squat. Now we're going to have David here do 5 reps of it, and then we'll give you feedback as to how he did on the squats. Here we go. Good. Rack that. So when I took a look at David's form, it was very good. He drove through his heels. His knees stayed out, especially on the way up, concentric portion. Back's head was nice and strong. Wasn't super arched, nor was it rounded. Got down to parallel depth, which was good. Eyes were focused straight ahead. Excellent. Probably the one thing that I would focus on as we go on with this is, with athletes, you want to be explosive, especially on that concentric portion. So as David gets used to the lift, and as he gets moves up in weight, really going to focus on exploding upward during that concentric phase. John Shimmons here on the squat. Thank you very much for your time.